Around and back. What's up, everybody? You recording? Okay. I just had to adjust some settings and stuff. Cool. So yeah, man, this is gonna be kind of laid back, just sketching, going over some ideas, stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Mimi? All right, so I'm prone to make mistakes. I'm not trying to be perfect. None of it's gonna be structured or anything like that, as you guys know. So yeah, it's kind of like the hey Amos, it's kind of like the beginning. Just go over some stuff, some ideas that I've had, and run through them and work on, one or two of them, and then just go loose and being loose and sketchy free, you know. All right, so I'll go ahead and throw some ideas out that I've been working on and just like going over it through my head and thinking about them, just what to work on, stuff like that. I got quite a bit of them too. And you guys can feel free to give me your feedback. That's what this is for. I'm streaming to sketch, show techniques, a lot of freehand stuff, unplanned. Well, some of it unplanned. Uh, just going with it and brainstorming, sharing ideas, collaborating, stuff like that. While we create something cool. You know, and at the same time, just mad chicken. Yeah, see. Yeah, so nothing too serious. I mean, at the same time, it is serious, but it's just more. It's more laid back. You know. So, yeah, mad chicken. Yeah, he shouldn't look serious. Mad chicken's not serious, man. All right. So yeah, so I'll go over some of the stuff that hold on a second, let me do something real quick. I'd like to play some music, but unfortunately, I don't know if I can find anything that's not copywritten, since these are gonna be uploaded to YouTube and everything. Yeah. What's up, BP? And Fleur. Hey, what up, guys? So as you guys can tell, my voice is back, so that's a good thing. Kind of cracky here and there, but what can you do? So let me. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. It's a good thing to say in class, because I can just relax and chill, you know. All right. So what was I doing? Uh, yeah, that's what this is. That's what this is. chilly willy. But you know, going over stuff that I wanna work on, and you know, but yeah, you guys just hang back, you know, sketch if you want to. I'll be sketching, and I'll be getting started. I'll be getting started here pretty soon. Uh, I just gotta change one or two things. So I see Fleur is sketching as I'm sketching, so that's cool. And yeah, if somebody can sing to you guys, and cause I can't play music. Um, Unless you guys have any suggestions for music, you know, maybe I can find something. Uh, Go ahead and go and change this topic so people don't think this is a class. Creative, some royalty-free music. Man, I just wish I could play like some orchestrated music, like Two Steps from Hell, or something like that. Some from like some games or movies. Or, I guess I could check that out. I probably won't mess with it tonight because I don't want to spend my time messing with that while you guys are hanging out. So let's see, creative evenings. Uh, Metallica on banjo. Yeah, I think so, Poppy. That's why we can't. That's why we got to be selective with what we listen to. The stuff it wouldn't be able to be uploaded to YouTube. Oh, dang it! How you do the topic thing? I'm already forgetting. Yeah, thanks for correcting me. Okay. Uh, Creative with Mad at Arms. Hold on. Mad. Hold on. Right. See if that works. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right. So I just spit all over my iPad. See, it's already getting interesting. I gotta wipe off my chicken. You didn't like that. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Now he's mad. Mad chicken. He kind of like Joker chicken now. How dare you do that to me? Okay, well, it wasn't meant to. My bad. Alright. Chicken apologizes. Okay, so alright, so what I want to do is I want to just talk about some things that I'm gonna be covering within these evening lists. Um, and one of them, as you guys know, should know by now, creative design. I love to create um, original things out of the box. So what I want to do is share that with you guys as I do these. Just starting with like loose gestures, working with different texture brushes, just designing different things. I've already given you guys a preview of how I did that and everything. Uh, an example would be like characters, creatures, props, vehicles, whatever's designed, whatever spawns from what we throw down as far as like textures and stuff like that go. A lot of this is generally going back to the way I used to work. I haven't done it too much recently, um, just because I've been trying new things. I've been trying to perfect, like I've been trying to improve my workflow as far as like values and stuff like that. So I really haven't been doing like the whole loose gesturally thing. But I'd like to get back to that because it really helps the mind, the imagination expand, and um, you really find new ideas and new concepts. Just basically going at it. Not having a predefined ideal or plan. So so I really want to do stuff like that. And then at the same time, there's Jules. Um, oh, you know what I didn't do? Uh, I forgot to change my name. Oops, that's on me. I'll take that one. That one's on me. I can do that right now though. Let me see. Let me go ahead and change my name real quick. This breakthrough group, right? All right. So I changed my name. So cool. All right. All right. So should say breakthrough group now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. Good to go. let me get focused again. Okay. All right, for no. It changed my topic, man. Why is it messing with my topic, dude? This ain't right. Let me get back to that. Uh, okay, so Fleur's back. My topic's back. All right, so now we're good to go. let's get back to let's get back to the dealio. All right. So where was I? Yeah, topic's back. We back on topic. Okay. So, um, see, I love doing this, man, because I can make mistakes, I can screw up, no big deal. You know, if it's a class, it's all structure. I have to make sure I got everything planned out. Make sure I don't step on my own 2 feet. Fall on my face, pick myself back up. Step on my own 2 feet again. Fall on my face, pick myself back up. You know, I just whatever, man. Fall on my face. I stay on my face. You crawl before you walk. All right. So, yeah. So the next thing is creating materials. creating materials. Um, creating materials. So yeah. So with that, and I showed like a demonstration of this too. Um, uh, so basically, I'll just be pulling reference, trying to recreate materials. You know, different textures, stuff like I give an example like leather. Basically, just creating stuff that you would normally apply to like a character or an object, an item, something like that. So leather, if you think of leather, leather is used in different ways. Like you got leather jackets, you got leather pants, you got leather. Um, like for me, I like to do a lot of fantasy and medieval stuff. You have like leather, like a leather sash, a leather what do you call those things that the swords go in? A quiver, leather quiver, I think, or like bows, not bows, but arrows. A sheath, yeah, a sheath. Um, and like metal, just kind of working on that stuff and. Um, so yeah, just kind of working on that stuff and perfecting it, like just getting better at creating it. Um, for myself personally, and whoever else wants to learn how to do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Uh, yeah, I'm getting a little kiss goodnight. uh, so also, like other examples, glass, plastic, wood, fire, ice, just different materials, that you would generally use like in a scene or I'm not even using in a scene, just like if you want to get better at creating different materials, you know, that's stuff I'll be doing myself. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to throw them my way. If there's something that you would like um, to work on yourself, we can do it together. If there's a specific material that you have trouble with, maybe we can work on that. Um, something I haven't thought of, whatever. Another cool idea I had that I came across was, and this is kind of touching on placement, as far as like objects, um, how they like merge together, or how they're flushed up against each other. Like say for instance, okay, so what like basically what it is would be like using reference to create objects connected or placed by one another. So say for example, um, just give a small example like a belt on a person, like in their in the belt, how the belt moves go around the belt, how the belt um, leans up against the pants. Okay, the shadow, the creasing, a backpack, like the different um, pieces of a backpack. You got pockets, you got straps. It could be like a purse. Just basically how things connect to one another, and you know they're drawn like so it's realistic. Okay, so it's believable basically. Armor, um, anything really, like any kind of clothes, uh, shoes, just basically anything, like really anything is gonna connect or be flushed. Um, I guess it's gonna be like two objects, uh, touching each other, like pretty much anywhere. So I wanted to do something like that, just like object placement, and just work on like how it flushes up against another object. How thick or how soft the shadow is, stuff like that. So I think that'd be a really good one. Another idea I had was clothes. I wasn't gonna actually go over this in the class, but I figure, what the heck, I'll just do it, you in one of these. Because I really, like, honestly, I want to work on this stuff myself, because I want to get better at, like, clothes, like, you know, like, for instance, like when, you know, um, like an arm or a leg moves a certain way, there's specific wrinkles, okay? You have like tight wrinkles and you have more loose wrinkles, or folds, creases in the fabric. So, stuff like that. Some examples would be like shirts, pants, like a cape. Use a cape for like, a superhero, like a wizard, a Jedi, Sith, whatever, man. A villain. uh, Creases and folds and wrinkles are found in jackets, curtains, a dress. So pretty much anything. I wanted to work on wrinkles, folds, creases, stuff like that. uh, another idea I had was dynamic movement or placement. And this is an interesting one because this is something that I can't cover in class. This is something that I would actually have to do, um, in like an evening with, because this one right here would actually touch on, a few different things that are covered in class. And if you have a basic understanding, like a basic knowledge of the fundamentals, then this one shouldn't be too bad. And even if not, it's still fun to do. So basically, for dynamic movement or placement, I was considering doing like creating an atmosphere or characters in action, things blowing up or like moving around, say like debris or like an explosion, wind blowing, two people fighting or interacting with each other. Uh, this would play great with like placement in a scene, like composition. So this would be a good example of that. And just basically dynamic movement, all together. And it could be like a person moving. It could be like a person just like the way they're moving dynamically, like stretching or jumping or running, just stuff like that. And what I wanted to do was show like the movement of the line. Basically, a lot of cartoon artists use this, and it's the curving line. Okay, it's the line of action. All right, and the line of action is what the rest of it follows. It's what the rest of the body follows. If you have the line of action, then and I'll show you guys this, but basically the rest of the body follows it, and that's how you get your dynamic flow. Okay. Same thing can be applied to objects, uh, other stuff. like I said, atmosphere, stuff like that. Okay, so another one I wanted to go over was dynamic lighting. I wanted to go over dynamic lighting and just creating various forms of light sources for objects and characters. So, example would be like a three-way lighting on a head. This is touching on lighting and shadows, but this is more loose. Um, you know, just trying different things. Uh, so yeah, so like basically, we try something like on a head or a prop. You um, I might even try to grab a light source personally, and you guys can do the same if you want. Um, just grab a small light source, like a lamp or something, that shines a light. Okay, put it in the dark. It don't have to be like extremely dark, but put it somewhere in the dark where I mean you can still where you can still see, but you're studying this object that's under this lamp, so you can see um, firsthand how the light works around the object. Then you can see where the shadow falls, and you can see where the light directly hits. You can see like a perfect example of this, and this sounds kind of cliche, but because I know a lot of people suggest this, but a perfect example would be to draw like a would be like to draw a like an apple. Okay, a lot of people use an apple. And the reason why they use an apple is because it's a great reference for pretty much everything: color, texture, um, shape. So it's a great way to start off. And then we could do something like, just grab a whole completely different object. You can do the same thing I'm doing, or you could do something completely different. I know a lot of people even use mask, or like maquettes, or I mean not mask, but cast. Um, Basically, a cast would be like a body cast, okay, like a sculpt, or a head, or something like that. All right. Now that's something I haven't done. Um, that's something I haven't done personally myself, but that's another thing I would like to do. So you guys can do that if you want to. That's cool, Poppy. We're not like really on a time limit, but thanks for letting me know. Hey, what's up, Didi? Kitso, whoever else has come in. Sorry, I haven't really been paying attention. Um, so the last ideal that I kind of came up with, um, that I think would be cool too, is, um, and one thing that I've been wanting to really work on is camera shots. Not necessarily photography, but taking the ideal of photography. Um, hey, Schwabi. Not necessarily for photography, but just does somebody want to? Can somebody explain to Schwabi what's going on with the breakthrough group? Thank you for um, thank you, Sting. Um, so yeah, so like camera shots, I think would be an excellent one, and this is something I personally wanted to work on. And basically, what I'll be doing with this is, and this would also be touching on like perspective and composition, stuff like that, and placement in a scene. So if anybody's familiar with photography, then okay, what I want to do with this is I want to take like a scene and imagine as if we're like the director, okay? We're the director of a scene. And so we're planning the shot. We're planning, what the scene looks like. What's our focus point? The depth of field. The action. Who's our main character? Stuff like that. Okay. Um, so that's the ideal I have with the camera shot, and plus like having camera shots from different angles, like say like a bird's eye view. Can I get that out? Um, yeah, bird's eye view or like a worm's eye view. Uh, kind of like maybe like a pan. If you want to fix the no sound, well, if you don't have no sound, you can't hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can you still hear me? Am I still coming through? Okay. Yeah. All right. So, what do you guys think about that? Now, that's just a lot of stuff that I want to cover doing these. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be exciting, interesting, at the same time, educational. We'll still have our periodic classes, but as a lot of people know, they're going to be 1 day a week now. Well, for me anyway. I'll still be covering the fundamentals, but it'll be 1 day a week. On Wednesday. Check the group if you're not sure, if you want more information. But yeah, so I mean that's basically it on this. And okay, one more thing. So what I want to do, my goal with this is to get people involved. All right. I want to ask you guys for ideas as I look up reference. Okay. And then you guys can look up reference too. Perhaps, we can try different things. We can brainstorm. We can collaborate ideas. Maybe we can do something where uh, oh well, this is another idea that I had was if you guys wanted to have you look up a different reference of and this is just an example, but this could be applied to anything. And this is just brainstorming, collaborating ideas. Okay. Is have you guys look up a reference of like a creature or an insect or something for a character, okay? And what we do is we take different pieces that we find and make a character out of it, all right? So it's kind of like brainstorming ideas, except we're actually, grabbing mixed reference to design a character or a creature, okay? Or even a scene, um, you know, anything. Could be something just totally off the wall. Yeah, like creature character building, exactly. All right, so like I said, I want to, you guys just relax. I want to get feedback from you guys. I want to collaborate. Do brainstorming, stuff like that. I want to make this as exciting and as fun and laid back as possible. For myself and for you guys too. So let's get rid of the mad chicken because he's not mad anymore. And let me ask you guys let me ask you guys what ideal would you like me to start on first? Just let me get a little opinion. A creature. That would fall along with like creative design. Um, Anybody else? We got creating materials, object placement, clothes, dynamic movement, dynamic lighting. Um, oh yeah, two other ones that I didn't cover. I wanted to work on value sketches and color sketches too. Um, but yeah, and then there's camera shots. Uh, Color. DD's already brainstorming. That's good. Also, here, let me show you guys what I'll be doing with each. Let me actually just give you an example of what I'll be doing, so you guys can get a visual um, as much as information. So let me get rid of the mad chicken here. Let's let me get some munchies. And no, you guys can't have any. All right, so first of all, I'm gonna go over what I showed um, people in the group. Um, One of the ideas that I had, and these are just brief examples um, of each one. So one idea that I had was I'm gonna grab like a texture brush. All right, and basically is laying down a bunch of loose gesturally um, brush strokes. And all this is happy accidents, okay? What I'm doing is I'm color picking and just continuing laying them down. And what we're doing with this is we're seeing what we can see, what we can see come out of this, all right? Now I grab like another texture brush, all right? Throw down some more stuff. And basically, this is like if you ever looked at like tile or clouds in the sky, you're making shapes out of that stuff. You're trying to form like a character or a creature or whatever, an object, a scene. Which is a great way to you know come up with creative ideas. I found some really great texture brushes in here too that can give you some really crazy looking designs. Let's see. Try this one. Yeah, I know that guy. Basically, just experiment with different brushes, um, see what happens. Hey, Schwabi, nice to meet you too. I'm MadatArms, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but yeah, Glenn's my name. Let's see. Can Schwabi, can Schwabi hear us? Or the volume still? And see, yeah, just tell me what you guys see. And that's basically how we'll do this. You tell me what you see. Um, you see like a guy running, like Jules said, um, a running superhero with big muscles. I don't see it, but hey, you see it, that's cool. You're already getting the concept. You're already, grasping the concept of it, okay? A jumping squirrel, yeah. Um, I don't really see anything right now, but you can also if you have trouble uh, finding anything, you can flip it around. You can flip it around, like flip it upside down. You might see something different. Um, it's great to take like something and like break it up, like the contrast. Maybe not that much. And just basically dot it. So just trying different strokes. Yeah, exactly, Schwabi. Yep. Uh, yeah, it's really a great way to like if you have no idea what you want to create, what you want to draw or whatever. Even if you have an ideal, but you're not sure how to, you just can't. You can't like you have it in your head, but you just can't. Or you have it generally in your head, but you don't know the general layout of it. You just have like bits and pieces of it. This is a great way to just explore ideas, um, that can help you expand that. Yeah, I mean, all kinds of things. And the great thing about this is you don't have to use this um, as your whole piece. All right, you can break it up. You can go find something, that you see. All right, like up here, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I instantly saw like a kind of like a vampire, or yeah, kind of like a vampire bat. Um, or it could be like a dog or something. I don't know, but I saw like a vampire bat right here, kind of like looking up. Like, here's the eye, and here's the nose, and then the ear. And once you get your ideal going, you get your general ideal going, then you can go and look up reference, like see how a vampire bat actually looks. Okay. Um, but this is to get the general, you know, look of it. There's like the wing. All right. And even if you don't see stuff from the beginning picture, you can always add, like, okay, so I don't see like teeth, okay, but I can always add teeth if I want to. All right. there's no set rules to this. You just go with it. Just have fun with it. All right. It's your piece in the end. Don't worry about time. Don't worry about don't worry about anything. Just have fun with it. This is the creative process, and this is what I want to. This is what I want to do. This is what I want people to have fun with. Okay. You're not worried about mistakes. You're not worried about proportion. You're not worried about anatomy. You want to get it as good as you can get it. But like I said, once you once you have it drawn out, all right, I'll be right back. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Yeah, that's weird. It didn't glitch out. Okay, that's good. All right. So what I was gonna say, once you guys have the general idea, then you can just grab reference. All right. Um, take the idea that you got. Okay. Transform it. Whatever. Well, however you want to use it. You can just keep on drawing it and then use it in a scene if you want. But so now I got reference, right? And I'm using this reference now to guide me on how a bat actually looks. Okay. So now we got our guideline. And you might use like different references, not just this particular one, but this is a great one for like say like the face. Okay. This is how I like to use reference. If I'm not, I use reference a lot too. If I'm not particularly familiar with something, if I'm not particularly familiar with something, um, because imagination and originality can only get you so far, but you will need reference at some point or another. So yeah, so if I'm not familiar with it, then yeah, of course I'm gonna pull out reference, and you pull out mixed references. Like you might need one for wings. If you're not sure what bat wings look like, then of course you'll need reference to draw wings. Um, or if you want to use like some other form of wings, like dragon wings, whatever, you know, it's up to you. It's your piece. So that's one idea that I had, um, that I wanted to cover during these evening lifts. All right. So that would be brainstorming from nothingness, from textures and brushes, stuff like that. All right. uh, yeah, and then we'll just be going over feedback. Um, I'll be gathering feedback from you guys, and we'll collaborate, and work on it further and everything. So that was just one example. Okay. The next example that I wanted to do is let's see. Oh yeah, here's another creative example that I showed some people too, which is really cool. I actually learned this from somebody else that I watched. in the tutorial. I thought it was just awesome how he did it. This is a great way to come up with different characters and creatures. All right. Basically, you grab anything really. It don't have to be anything specific. I like to use a sketchy because it has a little bit of drag to it. But and this is generally how I work anyway. When I'm designing characters and stuff, creatures, what have you. So you just take like a tool, a pen, whatever, and you just start throwing down some loose gestures, and you're trying to design something, but you're not focused on like you want to go for like some kind of person, but you're not focused on what's in the middle. Okay, you're not focused on what's coming from it. You're just trying to draw like a figure with legs and arms and a head. But as you can see, it um, it came out looking like I don't know some kind of you know warrior or something, or it could come out looking like that. You just start and you go through and you're just squiggling lines. That's all you're doing. Okay. Maybe they have like a weapon or something a little bit thicker. All right, you're not worried about anatomy. You're not worried about proportions or anything like that. All right, you're just trying to get a general uh, idea going. Okay, and that's all this is for. So what I do is I take that, transform it, and then move it up. All right, there's one character. Okay, and this is just to give you a bunch of ideas to give us a bunch of ideas to work from. And then I do another one. All right, and it's just squiggling. That's all it is. I mean, you're aiming towards creating something organic or whatever, but if it doesn't turn out like that, it's not a big deal. How are you reflecting the page? Well, what do you mean reflecting? I see a really cool character right here, man. Oh, the top arrows. Oh, flipping, yeah, just the top arrows, which is a very handy tool. I really man. I really suggest it, man, because I use it all the time. It really helps to see your image from a different way. Uh, yeah, top arrows. I keep on forgetting. Schwab can't hear me. All right, so yeah, so then if you do start to see something, then you can actually go in and add a few details. Okay, like I see like some person walking towards the screen, like with this one, and they have like some. I don't know if you guys ever seen or played Metal Gear Solid. If anybody's seen that or played it, or heard of it. Yeah, it could be a fashion model too. But I see like the Mantis from like Metal Gear Solid. But, I mean, it can be anything. Oops, that's too dark. Let me lower the opacity. All right. So yeah, but this is actually the next step. Once you get your figures laid out, you pick a figure, you lower the opacity, and then you go over it, and just start. Oops. Um, you go over it and just start, adding minor details. Nothing too concrete. You still just sketching, all right. Like I see, like kind of walking. So here's the line of action, all right, and This is like one leg. And as you can see, I'm not worried about proportions. I'm not worried about anatomy or anything like that. I'm just trying to get the general flow. Here's an arm coming in front, while this one's back here. And then here's the torso. Okay, see what I'm saying? All I'm doing is sketching. All I'm doing is doodling. That's all I'm doing. Might be like a, I don't know, some kind of zombie. Might be some kind of zombie, or just some creature, um, some other creature altogether. You know, an alien or something. You can make it whatever you want. And then, like, say you get like the general, you know, you get some rough outlines down. You know, then just lower the opacity there. Work on it again. Um, or you can do another way, which I used to do. You could actually, let me turn that layer off. You could actually copy this one down. Well, lower the opacity on it first. All right, say about there, and then copy it down. Okay, wait. No, just copy it. Okay, yeah, copy it down. All right, turn the one that you lower the opacity layer off, and then just work on this one. And it's kind of like using tracing paper. Just work on this one. The only thing is that um, if you want to, like erase certain things, you can. With the other one, you can't. You just have to. All you can erase is the line that you're, the layer you're working on. But if you want to erase the whole, you know, like, oops, why isn't it erasing? Change my brushes up there. Yeah, so I'm just erasing the real rough one. But you don't have to do it like this. It's up to you. And it erases the lines that you're working on too, as well. You know, let's go back and a lot of artists just completely work. And I used to work like this. It can get kind of messy though, but a lot of artists will just color pick, and you know just use the color all around. Just use like say for instance the white, and then go back to the black and start just roughing in, just roughing in a design. But if you're not certain on anatomy and where things should fall, then this could be kind of tricky because if you're not familiar with like values too, it can be kind of tricky. So it's probably just best to go slow. Just working with. I mean, you could do it this way, but it's probably best to just use this technique and start off like doing it like this, and you might actually prefer it like this. Just keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Keep on going in and adding more details. Okay. All right. Sketchy brush is thick. Let's just grab the actual brush. I like to use the soft brush a lot because it does. With the soft brush, one thing I can offer is the soft brush. You can make it hard or you can make it soft. Just adjusting the opacity. I love to use the soft brush a lot because really all I have to do is use one brush to get what I want. I've actually started learning to use it a lot more effectively. But yeah, so like, just go over the basic design. Just throw in some stuff that you might want to, you might want your character to look like. Just try some things. Even if it doesn't look right, just throw it in there anyway. Or if you're not sure about it, just throw it in there. If you don't want it, then yeah. And then like exactly like like a gas mask. And then like say like you're not sure what a gas mask looks like. Okay, we'll just look up some reference. Look at different gas masks. See what gas masks actually look like. Sometimes I get lazy about this, about looking up reference because I'm like, oh man, I don't want to look up reference. I just want to wing it. I just want to rough it out. But it really helps if you look up reference because it can give your character or whatever you're working on a more natural feel, more believable, and more realistic. No, I'm not an illustrator professionally. Well, I'm a freelance illustrator, or like concept artist. Like I don't work in the industry or anything like that. Just basically freelance, and a lot of this is just personal hobby, basically. I did work for a graphics design company at one time, but a lot of my stuff has just been commission work and freelance. Can you guys hear me? Okay. A summary of what exactly? Oh, you have to click recording. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that you're gonna have to quit recording soon. So just like a brief summary of everything, like a brief example of everything. Is that what you're saying? Oh yeah, guys. And just because the recording's stopping doesn't mean like the evening width has to stop. I can still cover this with you guys, but what exactly are you saying, Poppy? This is person style. Oh, will stop. I don't know exactly what you're saying. Like my style or what? I don't know what you're saying. Okay, well that's what I figured you were saying. No, Will, stop. That's basically what I'm doing. Get down, Will. I'm gonna put you out of the room. All right, so I guess basically just said, yeah. Just let me. Is there like a time limit on your recording? You know what? I need to figure out how to do the recording, so I don't have to put the pressure on you guys. So I'm gonna look into that. But okay. You got something else you got to do? All right. Okay. Well, I'll try to go as fast as I can. You got okay. So you guys understand this, right? It's all right. You guys understand what's going on? And I'll move on to the next thing. Okay. So yeah, so I'll go and move on to the next thing so we can help Poppy out. And I guess like next evening with we can actually work on one of these. So yes, thank you, Poppy. All right. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and move on to the next. All right. So for the next one, what I was gonna do was I was gonna create materials. Yeah, I will be doing this every night. It just won't be a set. It just won't be a set schedule. So you just have to click on my notification to see when I'm doing it. It'll be around this time though. All right, so let's go and move on so we can so we can help Poppy out. Whoa, stop. All right, so the next one, next idea I was gonna do, and I covered this briefly with some other people in the group, was I was gonna create materials. Okay, like I said. All right, what I was gonna do is I was just gonna do like maybe like a sphere and throw some kind of texture on it to create a certain material. Okay, I would pull reference so I can get the lightness of the material, and then what I would do there is actually show the material applied to something like like an actual item or object or whatever. Okay, okay. Say for instance, like this is leather, then I would apply it to a leather vest or something like that. All right, so that's the next idea that I had. That would be creating materials. Well, stop. Okay, and then kind of touching on that, another one would be the object placement. All right, and with the object placement, um, once again, I'll be right back. Okay, so once again, like with the object placement, I grab a piece of reference, right? Oh, stop, baby. I grab a piece of reference, and I would work